Hi, I'm Coach David Halal. Um, Today we're gonna go ahead and explain or teach people that are looking for jobs how to get a job. A lot of people, that don't have jobs want to get jobs or need to get jobs. Definitely, they don't really know how to go about getting it. So I want to go ahead and then share my experiences and things that I've learned along the way. One of the things that's very important if you're looking for a job is that you must understand that when you don't have a job, your job is to look for a job. One second. Gotta turn on the light. If you don't have a job, your job is to look for a job. There is no such thing as not being able to find a job. You might not find the job you want, but you will always find a job. You might don't want to do it. You might think that, this is not the kind of thing I want to do. But while you don't have a job, you shouldn't stay home and say, well, I'll wait until they call me. It's very important because we're living in not only in the economy, but also this country has too many freeloaders. There's a lot of freeloaders, a lot of people that they're not working, they're waiting for somebody else to take care of them. They're waiting for, I'm waiting for my son or my daughter or my friend or, my aunt or my dad or my mom to take care of me. And that creates a lot of other problems because, that's when, people end up doing all kind of crazy things because they idle. There's nothing to do, So, first of all, reason why I think I'm qualified to explain this, to teach you that, is because I've had over 70 jobs. Because I used to travel and I used to do agency jobs. And I also used to, I've been working in this country for about 22 years now. And there is never one time that I don't have a job. I'm always working. And for the amount of time that I didn't work, it's because I was in school and they didn't want me to work. And even then, I had a part-time. I was selling shoes at Burdines in South Florida, which is now Macy's. I unload trucks, worked at Walgreens and, worked at Publix, Checkers. I mean, I've worked almost in every places that you can imagine. Work at Indian restaurants and nursing homes, and I'm always working, So, if you're not working, it's not really because there's no jobs, because you might not like the job that there is, but you still need to get a job. Now, if you go on an interview, before you go to an interview, the first thing you need to do, you need to find at least 10 companies that you'd like to work for. You need to find at least 10 companies that you would love or would like to work for. And once you find these 10 companies, you need to learn something about these companies. You need to learn some of their core values, some of the things that they want, some of the things that they some of the things that they, their goals and how much money they made. Like when I was trying to get a job for Walgreens, I checked in the company's website and looked, and it says that, their sales, for the previous year was over $4 billion. I found out how many stores they had in America. I found out that they had back then it was like over 3,000 stores, and I found out how many 24-hour stores and how many stores that they have, in the area where I work. What are the things that they're looking for. I mean, I found out all kind of things, for the company. And if I go to, when I worked for different hospitals, I'll find out, how many hospitals they have, how long they've been around, how much money, how many patients, that hospital has, how many beds, how many. I mean, you got to find information, because when they ask you, when you send your resume or you fill out an application, if you get in the door for an interview, questions like that might come up. And even if they don't ask you, you want to be able to start talking about the company, why you want to work for them, because they are one of the greatest, they've sold for billions of dollars. They've been around for 40, 50 years, 60 years, 100 years, or what have you. You got to be able to talk about the company so they can see that you are not ignorant about the information or about the company's, background and the company's success and things like that. You need to find out about the stock market, how much money the stock is, things like that. I mean, people don't think about it, but you got to, and even the manager or who's the CEO of the company. You need to know. You don't need to know much about them, their personal stuff, but you need to know who's the CEO of the company. That's very important. Now, for you to, once you find those 10 companies that you want to work for, you want to apply. Now, a lot of people, because of technology, have become, complacent or lazy. They sit at home. You want to just send resumes and sit at home and wait 2-3 weeks. No, you want to send your resume, but you also want to go and show your face. Tell somebody, go to human resources, go to somewhere. Not only that, I would email my resume, and if they have a fax or faxes, I'll fax it to 3 or 4 different fax numbers for the same company. Because I want my name to be in there. I want them, when they see me, if I said, this is David Halal, for them to, even if they don't know me personally, for somebody to have seen my resume or my application, my name will be in that building or in these buildings, because I will not stop sending my resume to different faxes so people can know who I am when I show up. You understand? Because your desire also, they will feel your desire. They will feel that you have a passion to work for the company. You understand? So you need to find 10 companies. You send your resume. You send your application. You should have a fax machine at the house. They're not expensive. Can even get one from the flea market or from Craigslist. You send your resume over and over to different places for the company. You email your resume, and then you go, during the weekend. Usually the best time I find out that I want to go, it's not on Friday. I don't like to go there on Friday. I like to go there between Monday and Thursdays. And usually I find it very successful for me to go on Monday, after like 9 o'clock, after they open, usually by 9, 10 o'clock, you want to go there and show your face. Don't go after lunch. I don't like to go after lunch, and I don't like to go exactly when it's lunchtime, because when you go exactly when it's lunchtime, it becomes a problem, because people are trying to go to lunch. They don't want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? And of course, a lot now, of course, when you go, they say, oh, we don't, just send your resume. Say, yeah, so I know I sent my resume, but I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm David, Yeshua Halal. I have sent my resume here, and I'd love to work for the company. What's your name? And joke around with them, even if they don't want to talk to you, even if they mean, say hi, say, oh, nice dress, nice shirt, nice tie. You look good, you look nice. Like, all right, I'll see you later. We'll talk again. I'm sure we'll talk again, Give them a firm handshake or a wave or something like that. Smile. Make sure you look good. Make sure you smell good. Because as a supervisor, when I used to be a supervisor in different places, people would come to interviews smelling like alcohol. People would come smelling like, strong, cigarette, and don't shower with blood on their clothes, because I'm in the medical field. Some people will come from work after they start an IV, or they'll have little, spots of blood on their body, on their white